Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Dahlia Suwaida binti Muhammad Dahlan and I am from class 8S2553A, and in this video presentation I'm going to talk about my case study, which is resolving conflicts about protected areas, which are the case of Botswana.
Botswana, country in the center of southern Africa. The territory is roughly triangular, approximately 600 miles from north to south and 600 miles from east to west, with its eastern side protruding into a sharp point. Its eastern and southern borders are marked by river courses and an old wagon road. Its western borders are lines of longitude and latitude through the Kalahari, and its northern borders combine straight lines with a river course. Within the confines of Botswana borders is a rich variety of wildlife, including many species of mammals, birds, reptiles, amphibians, and fish.
So why is this case emerged? This is because due to the lost access by local people to goods, arable lands and pasture that were being converted into protected areas. So what were the conflicts that happened? So the conflicts that happened, which are human population expansion, predation damage by the wildlife, the lack of public relations and extension work by protected areas managers, and perception of bias by the Department of Wildlife and National Parks towards the tourist and safari companies to the detriment of local people. So the people who were involved in this conflict is the local people and the Department of Wildlife and National Parks. So the protected area managers should take the responsibility of this conflict. So how are the measures should be taken to resolve this conflict? Protected area managers can be more effectively by preventing the illegal activities in the park by investigating the development of social services and the alternative employment for the local communities. So here's what it can be done, which are the three key principles in resolving the conflicts. In Principle 1, focus on underlying interests such as what local people and department in Botswana wants. Understand the both sides' interests. Secondly, in Principle 2, involve all significantly affected stakeholders in a fair and respectful process. Principle 3, understand the power that various stakeholders have and take that into account when trying to resolve a conflict.
So next, here are the components of the conflict resolution framework that should be done by the protected area managers. Firstly, determining roles. Protected area staff can be many roles, such as a mediator, which serves as a neutral party to assist stakeholders in finding a resolution to the conflict between local people of Botswana, or they can be as a decision maker. They make decisions about park management. Secondly, assessment. Who involved? How to obtain information of the conflict. The protected area managers should collect useful information such as what are the underlying interests which may lead to the conflict, what do they need and want, who are their leaders. Thirdly, involving stakeholders. The intent should be to include all significantly affected stakeholders in a fair, credible, equitable, and respectful process that leads to everyone's interest. And lastly, implementation and evaluation, in which it involves formalizing, implementing, and then evaluating the solution to the conflict that stakeholders have agreed to, or that decision makers decide on even without stakeholder agreement.
To sum up, a variety of benefits could be extended for the local people, including allowing local people to cut touching grass for personal use and access water resource in the protected area. And it is crucial to reflect knowledge and respect for local people's religion, culture, tradition, and ancestral ties to particular resources in the protected area. So I hereby thank you.